Welcome, basketball fans, to Championship Saturday of the Garber Invitational on a day where we're finishing up the football season. We're at one of the better pre-holiday basketball tournaments in the state of Oklahoma, small school-wise, and we're going to get to the starters here shortly, but we are joined by the man himself, Superintendent of Garber Public Schools, who's going to be helping me out tonight. Normally, I'm on the other side of the mic, so bear with us. I'm not a pro at this, but we'll do the best we can, but I promise you, between Will and I, we know a little bit about basketball, so we'll be able to tell you a few things. But, Coach Jones, before we get started, as always, amazing job on this tournament. I meant it when I said it. I'm not just saying that because you're a good friend of mine. I think this is as well of a put-on tournament as far as how you treat the teams, how you accommodate the teams. You've had to accommodate Cashin every year because of their football schedule, the officials, the hospitality room, everything that goes into that. And a lot of people don't understand all the people it takes to do that. So if you want to talk on that before we get this game tipped, it'd be awesome.
We've gone all out with this tournament. We sure have. I mean, like you said, the officials, we tried to have the best officials. We tried to do everything first class, and I appreciate you saying that it shows up and that people are noticing. But we're proud of it. I just want to apologize in advance for any bias that may come out to any Hooker fans that are out there.
Well, I'll try to do how about I play the resident Hooker fan then during this game?
That'll work.
So obviously you'll see if those who are viewing Hooker is going to be wearing the whites tonight and Garber in the reds, but Garber will be the home on the scoreboard. We'll run through these starters real quick for Hooker. Hooker starts number 10, Morgan Maloney, number 11, Holly Stalder, number 15, Alondra Ortiz, number 21, Maddie Swayze, and number 35, Janet Cervantes. And then on the Garber side, number 10, Grace Howery, number 22, Layla Washington, number 23, Danielle Buttram, number 24, Alyssa Johnson, and number 43, Camilla Gay.
Wow. Right off the bat, Layla Washington is kind of jumping off the page. She's really showing up a lot here in the early part of the season. She's just scratching the surface, really, I think, Adam.
Yeah, the big thing we noticed from her yesterday was she got in foul trouble early, and I think she still ended up with 18 points in the game, and she got a lot of it from the free throw line. She's a smart player. She knows she's got most of the time is going to have a mismatch on her, and so she does a good job of getting to the foul line.
Kind of exciting to see what kind of player she ends up being. She's already really good as a sophomore.
Obviously, both these teams are ranked teams that have spent a lot of time late in the playoffs and state tournament-style teams. So, unfortunately, Garber is shorthanded with Ashlyn Light, probably their best player, all-around player, and big key returner. And she hopes to be back, I believe, after Christmas. It'll be really cool. It would be great if we had her here to watch against this team. But I think it's going to help Garber during the year having to play without her.
It really is. A bunch of these kids are having to expand their roles, and I think that's only going to help them as the year progresses. Wolverine fans, tune in to number 11, Holly Stalder. She is the key for the Hooker Lady Bulldogs.
I always tell people this when I'm calling games. If my wife tells me to keep an eye on a girl player, that usually means they're pretty good. And Holly is committed to play at West Texas in Canyon. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but we really wish she would have been a Northwestern Lady Ranger. But she made a decision, and respect to her. And good luck to her. Swayze inside, knocks it home. Swayze's a player, Will, that I really like, a youngster, a junior now, but she's been in this tournament and really seen her grow, got good size and great control down low.
Yeah, she looked like she knew what she was doing down there. Good post up there by Camilla Gay.
Nice. Easy basket for Gay inside, and that's what Garber's going to look to. They obviously have the size advantage against anybody that they're playing, and so that's going to be the game plan for Coach Davis. And Garber, as you always see, notorious with Coach Davis and a zone. They do a good job playing zone defense. Shot long on the right wing by Janet Cervantes. Saw Alyssa Johnson yesterday play a really good game. When they couldn't get anything going offensively, she kind of was the one that was attacking the basket. Played really well yesterday in that game.
She's the one that has had to really step up more than anyone else with Ashlyn's absence. And she's looked good doing it.
Well, Stalder in the front court after the turnover. Watch this. That's pretty athletic.
Yes. She saw her as a sophomore. First time I saw her, I was really impressed that night. We played in the Squirtle shootout there at Stride Center in Enid.
Yep.
And she really took it to our girls, and she looked like a senior at the time, the way she played. Coach's kid.
Yeah.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah, it usually works that way. I'll tell you the one thing that jumps off the paper to me with her when you're watching her is is how quick she gets off the floor, how she jumps, how she moves. She's just got a different level of athleticism.
She runs so well.
And one thing I give her props for is over the 3 years I've seen her play, she's improved her shooting a lot. She's a knockdown shooter. I mean, if she's open, she's going to knock it in. Just now, if you noticed a lane violation there on Hooker, and so Garber will take it in the front court, and early on they are trailing 4-2. Steal by Cervantes. She looks forward to Swayze. Good look. And Swayze for an easy bucket. And that's one thing you'll see about Hooker. They don't really press, but they do play pretty good pressure man, and they're going to come out and get you and make you make some ill-advised passes, and they do look to push in transition.
Oh, darn. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of zone defense in girls basketball, and Coach Stalder does a really good job coaching their man-to-man defense, and I think oftentimes that can be an advantage.
I agree.
For those teams that are committed to it.
I agree. I agree with you. Left side three-pointer by Alondra Ortiz, and she can hit those shots. She's kind of a three-point specialist for Hooker, and shot's just a little long. It looks like Hooker will be subbing. They got almost looks like a hockey line change. And number 12, Heidi Rodriguez. Number 1, Allison Ugarte. And number 24, Savannah Fisher.
See if we can make a little run here against some substitutes. I'm of the opinion that subbing is overrated.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, right there was the situation we talked about. What Hooker tries to make you do, a timeout by Coach Davis. That's a good timeout. We'll take 30 seconds with them and pay a bill. We'll be right back after this.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Are you looking for? Welcome back, fans, to Championship Saturday, the girls' version of the championship game. Early here in the first quarter, Hooker leads 6-2, and will possess the ball. Coach Davis wanted a timeout there. I think that was a really good timeout by Coach Davis to get, that pressure was really starting to bug them, and maybe get a timeout, try to get a stop here and get a bucket on the other end. Fisher up top, left side to Ugarte, back to the shooter, Stalder, money.
Yeah, man. Good down screen for Stalder. Can't let her get open like that.
A reaching foul by Fisher. Yeah, good job there. Good play call by Stalder. And
out of the timeout.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I have the scoreboard wrong. It's actually 6-5, so they are having Hooker be the home team. Is that correct? Or maybe they put the points on the wrong side.
Maybe they did, and it probably is confusing to our scorers table. They may rectify that here shortly.
It looks like they're going to fix it right now.
I see him motioning over there.
So you can't get anything past me, Will.
No.
Pay attention to everything.
I had no idea.
Right side Ugarte. And back to Stalder out front. She looks inside to Swayze. Job by Gay knocking that away. Stalder left side. Up to Fisher at the high post to Swayze, short quarter. Knocks it down. Nope, just short. Rebound Washington up the right side of the floor. Look for her to attack.
Yeah.
Out top, that shot would have been big if it would have went down by Alyssa Johnson, but just off the front of the iron. Coming back the other way for Hooker. Swayze, right side. Rodriguez and a reach foul. Who's that going to be on, Will?
Camila Gay. That'd be her first foul. Alyssa Johnson missed the three. She's a very good shooter, and she hasn't shot great in this tournament, but that tells me if she has a shooter's mentality, she could be going off here shortly. What the Lady Wolverines need.
Good job there getting their hands in the passing lane. That was definitely a set play again to Stalder. Is it pronounced Buttram? Is that correct?
Buttram, yes.
Buttram on the right side.
Yes.
Contested shot, but I'd like to see those go down, especially when you're trailing 9-2 here midway through the first quarter.
Lady Wolverines need to stop here in a basket. Just kind of. hold the Lady Bulldogs down. Good board.
Out top, that was Heidi Rodriguez missing from 3, and Garber back the other direction as Alyssa Johnson brings it into the front court.
Really nice board there by Layla Washington, showing some of her athleticism and size.
I'd say Layla has really matured from her freshman year, just looking at her physically. You know, we've called a lot of games for you guys over the years, and she looks like a different player. You can tell she worked hard in the offseason.
She really did, and she plays on a travel team, and her game just blossomed in the offseason.
Yeah. Buttram with the basket there. Stalled her the other way. That's unfortunate because that's going in. Stalled her for 3.
They did it again. I believe it's 12-5.
Should be
12-4,
yeah.
something like that.
Garber's forcing it now, and the pressure's really starting to bug Hooker. And checking in the game for Garber, number 11, that is Chloe Wilkerson. I haven't seen Chloe play yet.
Chloe's a freshman, new to Garber, and a little left-handed guard.
Nice.
Lots of hustle with her.
Yeah. It's always, you always wonder about, Stalder gets her hands on it. Comes Ugarte the other way. Loses control of it out of bounds, and it's going to be Garber's ball. Actually, no, it will be going back to Hooker. These fans are hollering, but I don't know if they realize that Tom Singh has called more games in the last 10 years than a lot of people have seen minutes alive.
Great officiating crew here.
Good.
State tournament officials all over the floor.
Nice little America's play on the inbound. Here's Fisher with the hook shot. Wow, that's tough. You remember Fisher had a brother that played for Hooker. You would have scouted for him a few years ago. Really tough, physical kid. Really good football player, too.
I bet he was big and strong.
He was.
Just like every other kid from Hooker.
He was. Offensive foul there by Layla Washington. And Garber needs to be careful here. They're going to let this thing get away from him as the pressure is really bugging them. And like we talked about, really, you talked about it too, Coach, you know, Hooker's not technically, you know, they're not pressing by any means, but they are pressuring the ball. And, and like you said, you don't see that a lot in girls. It speeds things up. You better have really good fundamentals, and we don't see, unfortunately, a lot of that nowadays, and so you see a lot of turnovers.
Yes. Yeah, and it's obviously a situation where you do miss your senior leader, point guard. I think that our girls can, if they just relax a little bit, they can get rolling again. You know, they're not facing a lot different pressure than they faced yesterday.
I agree. So. Well, you're right about Ashlyn Light. You hit it on the dot. Ashlyn is a special player, and Ashlyn is the exact piece you need when you're playing a team like this because she is the athlete and the player that can get the ball down the floor against this type of pressure. And I'd like to see her go up against Stalder. That'd be a cool matchup to watch.
It would be.
Alyssa with the drive, and that is a block. Good call by Mark Martin. That's going to be a foul on Cervantes. I love one thing I like about Alyssa a lot. You talked about her being a great three-point shooter, but I like how she's assertive and with her small frame, you don't always see that. She's not afraid to attack the basket and try to get to the free throw line.
She's smart about it too. I love her floater game. She's really good at that and doesn't get too deep. She's not a big girl, so she doesn't want to get too deep inside with the trees. But I love that part of her game where she attacks, but then is smart about it as well.
And she knocks down, I believe, both free throws. So now we have the scorer. They're struggling with the score, aren't they?
I think that's correct.
Okay, that is. They've got some of their players' points on one side. And
yeah. Just the white jerseys. My man over there is used to the white team being the home team.
Yeah, your crew has done a great job, by the way. If the only fault is they can't get the player points right, then that's not that big of a deal. Allison Agarte with the bucket. And Hooker takes another 10-point lead. So Alyssa up the floor, past a not a ill-advised pass.
Yep.
Fisher with the steal, but out of bounds. It'll be Garber's ball. So Camila Gay checks back into the game. And you can just see how they make everything hard.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, they're definitely tight with that man defense.
And they do. If they can get the ball in the front court and get some looks, they have an advantage inside. Ball tipped away this time by number 15, Alondra Ortiz. And here comes Maloney back to Ortiz. Maloney back up top. This is a situation, too, where Garber, if you've got Stalder on the bench, you want to see what you can do as far as maybe cutting into this lead. But Coach Stalder is doing a good job getting his daughter a rest. Nice little skip pass against the zone.
Go, Grace.
This could be good
Ooh,
hustle.
Good hustle.
And that'll end the first quarter with the Hooker Lady Bulldogs leading 16-6 in the championship game of the Garber Invitational, presented by NextEra Energy. We'll be back shortly.
A bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Shoes of Tom Nelson and Todd Miller.
Team up with Pioneer.
And we're back. Just chatting about Tom Nelson and Todd Miller. It's apparent if anyone follows the Squirtle Network. That those two guys are on a different level than Will and I. But
I ran into one of my board members for the game, told him what I was doing, and he said, "Yeah, that guy. I was watching. He was like Levi Bond. He said, I was watching the game last night. He said that guy was good. I said, yeah, he's a pro.
Yeah.
And so we're definitely taking a step back today.
Yeah. I mean, anytime the guy that normally does your play-by-play can't make it because he's calling Division II basketball, you usually, it's like my grandfather always told me, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And I know that's a theory, Will, you probably
I'm sorry,
live.
Adam.
So offensive foul there, and that was an illegal screen. I believe it was on the freshman there for Garber. And that's just, not being used to the situation, being a freshman. I like her physicality, though, like you talked about. She's not scared.
Yeah, she's not at all.
So kind of interesting here with Stalder keeping his daughter on the bench as well as Swayze here. Fisher in the corner gets trapped. Ball gets tipped around and will go out of bounds, and it'll belong to Garber. So 16-6 as we start the second quarter here. I really the pressure and really the story of the game's been the pressure by Hooker just causing a lot of issues for anything offensively for Garber, and then obviously Stalder on the offensive end for Hooker has kind of been the difference.
I really like 15 Alondra Ortiz, that dive for the loose ball right before the end of the quarter certainly endeared her to me.
Yes.
Love the hustle.
Alyssa Johnson for 3, top key, just long. Nice hustle inside by Beecham, and that will be a shove underneath by Allison Agarte. And that's a situation where, coaches always teach their players, get a body on them, and a lot of times things result good. So we got a line change, almost like we're playing hockey here, as Hooker will sub in. I'll tell you, Hooker subs in a player that we didn't see yesterday. That's number 3, Gracie Hussey.
Well, we weren't able to make a dent against those subs.
And Wilkerson, the freshman, just long as Swayze comes down with the rebound, and Stalder brings it back into the front court the other way for the Hooker Lady Bulldogs.
The zone has to be able to locate Stalder at all times.
Hussey, right side, 3, no, just long, but there's Stalder. Pretty impressive. Rebound that time by Gay. That will be a foul on number 12, Heidi Rodriguez. Well, one thing you could see, though, with the aggressiveness from Hooker is if Garber can get into the bonus, buckets have been hard to come by, so maybe they can get some points from the charity strike.
Yes.
One
more closer there.
Yep.
16 foul for Hooker.
So that was Maddie Swayze in the foul as Washington had her beat up the sideline right in front of Coach Stalder.
I like what Stalder did, though, with the subs, the way they're playing and picking up full. That's keeping them pretty fresh.
Yep. He does a great job. He's been there for umpteen many years. He had a son that played for Coach Kerr there.
He was good.
He was a good player. That's kind of,
we played against him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Him along with Coach Kerr's son. That was a tough matchup for any team.
Him and Holly are built very similar, kind of long, rangy kids, but you can tell they work hard in the weight room because, muscled up, good tone for both of them.
Holly's like a racehorse.
Yep. She's about to hit another 3.
Yes.
Bam.
Bang.
Left corner. Stalder hits the 3. Turnover there by Garber. Maloney into the front court. Heidi Rodriguez, ball got tipped. And here comes Washington the other way. 19-6, Hooker leads. Washington needs to take this all the way.
Yeah. Ooh, I thought maybe she got hit there. I really like her in the open floor. Didn't work out that time, but she's dangerous in transition.
Yeah, she is. She's got she's got that big frame, and she handles the ball really well. Maloney doesn't help her cause. Throws a bounce pass to no one. I think she expected her teammate to cut, and she didn't. So. Garber inbounds.
Down 13, we just need, one little good thing to happen for us, and now we're going to the free throw line, and that could be it.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes left, 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the second quarter, we're shooting 1-on-1 and at least the rest of the half.
Yeah, we saw Allison yesterday make a living at the free throw line along with Layla Washington, so if they are going to try to crawl back in the game, obviously free throws, time stopped. If they can hit their free throws, they can get back in this thing.
Yeah.
First free throw's up and good.
Yeah, certainly not out of reach by any question here. We just need to put together a couple of good offensive possessions in a row and be right back in it.
And number 15, Alondra Ortiz, the girl that you really like, checks into the game. And 35, Janet Cervantes checks back in. So the starters are back in the game for Hooker. And Johnson's second free throw up and good.
There we go.
19-8, 11-point lead for Hooker. Maloney right side to Stalder. Stalder short corner to Swayze. Swayze kicks it back to Maloney. Maloney left side to Ortiz. Just long. Good rebound. Yeah, active hands there by Stalder.
Yes.
So Alyssa Johnson in the front court. Left side to Gay. Gay back around to Buttram. Up top to Washington.
Yesterday, Coach Davis kind of isolated Washington out front, handling the ball, and she was able to find some driving lanes, like we talked about, some mismatch opportunities for her.
Have another free throw scenario, or maybe the ball's underneath because player control, so that's Alonda Ortiz. No, it will be a free throw, so. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Maddie Swayze. We've watched these girls from Hooker for the last, I feel like they've kind of grown up with us because we've covered them in the Squirtle. They're not a Squirtle school, but they might as well be one because they come to all of our events, which we appreciate that from Coach Stalder and Coach Kerr, and then they play in your tournament, and so.
Yeah, maybe they should become part of the family.
They should.
Yeah. They don't have to change anything they do, but just become part of the family, get on the app.
All the perks,
right?
Be
a smart move there to the superintendent if he's listening.
He might be listening to HookerBulldogs.tv.
Yeah,
if he happens to be, maybe he wants to hear what a soup sounds like calling a game. So Washington with a turnover, and then back the other way comes Stalder. This is probably going up, I'm going to guess.
Ooh, might have shuffled the feet.
Swayze right side, just short. Swayze has struggled a little bit in this tournament offensively. She got in foul trouble yesterday. And Hooker will control left side to Londa Ortiz.
Yes.
And she will step out of bounds and it will go back to Garber.
35 there. Cervantes found herself trapped by Camila Gay and Layla Washington, and that's tough. That's a tough trap to get out of there on the baseline, with the baseline being a helper.
Yeah. Alyssa Johnson at the front court, right side to nice look. Just a tad bit quicker is all they needed, and then a great hustle by Maloney.
Yeah, really nice play by Maloney. Got to give it to her.
Yeah, you do.
Looked like we had an easy layup about to happen, and good hustle there by Maloney to recover.
And I know exactly why Coach Davis has subbed out Gay, because not happy with her effort there. Should have been able to make herself a little bigger and secure that. Yep.
Yeah.
The backcourt on Hooker. Coach Stalder is not happy. Subbing back into the game is number 1, Allison Ugarte. This game has gotten a little sloppy now, so.
Yeah.
I really felt like yesterday that Okarche-Hooker game was, I liked the matchup, how they both kind of pressed. I know there were a lot of turnovers, and but it was a fun game to cover. I think the game ended in the high 50s, and really felt like Okarche had a lot of opportunities to win that game, but they missed a ton of free throws in that game. I think they ended 16 of 31 from the free throw line, but Hooker made the plays when it mattered and ended up coming away with the victory.
Adam, since I'm not the basketball coach anymore, I've watched far less basketball in this tournament. So everything you just told me about that Okarche game, it was news to me.
Well, that's what we do at Squirtle. We provide news in the market. A nice cut there on the inbounds play by Washington. And Washington's going to get to the free throw line, and that's good because she made a living there yesterday.
She's done a nice job there at the free throw line. When she was in junior high, she was not a good free throw shooter. Matter of fact, if she's going to be I have a good relationship with her. She's going to be mad at me for saying this. She shot one over the backboard without touching anything one time.
You almost have to try to do that.
In a game. And so that just tells you how far, though, she's come. And really the sky's the limit for her in the future as well.
I'm telling you, I watch a lot of basketball with Squirtle and with my wife. And I get to see a lot of high school kids throughout the years. And she is one that in less than a 1 year span as far as transforming herself, as impressive as I've ever seen.
Yes.
And she, like you said, only a sophomore, ton of upside. So a 19-10 now, and ball was knocked out of bounds by Garber. So inbounds a Stalder. You can't lose her.
No.
Just long on the shot. It seems like everything she shoots is going in.
It does. It looks so good.
Yeah, it really does. She's got a great shot. Johnson left side.
You know, Layla can shoot the three as well.
Bam.
Right on cue.
And
And that's what, seeing that free throw a couple years ago and then seeing her in the offseason this year shooting threes, I was just taken aback at her growth. And I know I've said that already a few times. I'm going to say it a few more times. But with the free throw situation and the bonus, or being able to get to the line and then that three, Garber's right back in it.
Two-possession game.
Also, we missed the front end or we'd be
Yep.
really right there.
And then on the other end, Fisher takes the ball off the front of her face out of bounds, and Garber will have it back and try to cut into this lead and see if they can get it to one possession or cut it to four here. Alyssa Johnson back on to Tori. And Tori's going to be not a good pass.
Ooh.
A good hustle there by Layla.
Layla being able to show her strength. The hooker, Maloney, she had the advantage really there.
She did.
Against a lot of kids, she'd have been off the races for a layup. And Layla was able to hang on to that ball and get the tie up.
I think some of the fans weren't very happy, but I think that was just a hard play by Layla. I don't think she had any ill intent.
No.
Maloney didn't think so. She's the one that got knocked to the ground, got right back up, and went down the other end of the floor.
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing about the teams that you have in this tournament, all the communities, when you look across the board, when you think about communities like Okarche, you think about communities like Cashin, and you think about communities like Hooker and obviously Garber. I mean,
Okarche.
Yeah, you're talking about winning programs, and a lot of times what people
Ripley,
don't.
Even though they're not winning right now necessarily.
And one of the greatest high school basketball coaches to ever coach in small school.
Yes.
But tell people how hard it is to run a tournament and keep teams, like of this caliber. Because a lot of it, I'm not saying people want to take the easy way out, but maybe something that's easier logistically, like if you're Hooker, you don't have to make the drive.
Yeah,
talk about that.
We offer to do their laundry. They don't take us up on it, but it's that we put it out there. We feed each team after every game. Mrs. Nelson, who's been here for 40-plus years, is our FCCLA teacher. As Layla knocks down the free throw, their class provides sandwiches for each player on each team, and then on Saturday we give them pizzas after the game. Hooker's bus broke down, and so we give them one of our buses. I mean, we just go all out, and that's how we compete. We give them a steak dinner for a seating meeting.
Yeah. Oh boy, I've been part of that before.
Lane Jones.
Bam.
Yeah. Dadgummit.
You're not going to be able to leave her. They're going to have to do a better job of staying extended on her side of the floor. I mean, make her put it on the ground. She's obviously proven from a set shot standpoint she's going to knock it down. So, and just like that, it's 22-14. And Tori Johnson up top to Alyssa Johnson.
Did it get to 10 at one point? I believe it did.
It did, yes. Yep. It was 12. They were up 12.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We need to make sure we get keep it 8 or less at the half.
And Buttram passes across the floor, and Tori Johnson runs it down in the corner, but now she's trapped, and ball gets knocked out of bounds off Swayze's foot.
Tori Johnson, the senior, with the heads-up play there. She's in an awkward position in that corner.
And the one thing good, this beautiful gym you guys built, there's plenty of room, so you don't feel like you feel very intimate here, but not like you're trapped.
Yeah. No, what a wonderful facility, and props to our community for passing that bond issue.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. There's going to be a foul call, and that's the last thing you want to do because Stalder's probably not going to miss a free throw, and it just fouled on a three-point shot by Alyssa Johnson.
What'd you think there? Did she get her?
I couldn't tell. I didn't think she did. I think Stalder she got her as Stalder was coming down, but not technically on the shot.
I
so Stalder to the line, and I'm going to guess that these three are going down. And quickly subs come into the game as Gay checks in for Garber, and Cervantes and Rodriguez check in the game for Hooker. Stalder hits the second and knocks down the third, and she has 17 points in the first half.
Oof.
She may end up with
and
30.
I know Coach Davis has pointed out, oh, wow.
And one. And Mark was ready
just
to
fell
call.
out. Yeah, just fell out. I kind of, honestly, I certainly not mad at the call from a Garber perspective, but I thought that was going the other way.
I did too, and I thought it went down, so the shot actually fell out. So 25-14, Alyssa Johnson will go to the free throw line with a minute left to go here in the championship game. First half, Alyssa Johnson misses the free throw, and this is the thing. You've gotten to the bonus if you're Garber. They did a good job early on hitting all their free throws, but they've missed a handful here lately. Johnson's second one up and rolls in and out. Hooker probably will look for one shot here, I'm guessing, with an 11-point lead.
That'll be interesting to see.
Cervantes up to top to Fisher. Fisher right side to Stalder. Stalder behind the back. Drives, kicks. Rodriguez right side. Knocks the three down.
Man.
28-14, they've doubled up Garber now.
That's her first points of the half. That's a big three.
It is, and that was Stalder again, driving and kicking, and Johnson to Buttram. Buttram kicks it to Tori Johnson. Inside to Gay. Good ball movement to Howery.
Really nice.
Gay loses control of it, kicks it up top to Johnson. Johnson back to Gay. Gay can shoot from out there.
Yes, she can.
No good, but Howery with the rebound. Pass across to Buttram, and there'll be a foul. And actually, it was probably a good foul.
Yeah, it really was. And that's only our sixth, so not punished with the free throws. 5 seconds left here. And really cannot afford to give up a bucket here. Down 14 at the half.
I bet I know what Coach Stalder is going to do. Get the ball to 11. You might want to come out on her now.
Yes, I agree.
Ball inbounded to Stalder. At least try to get it out of her hands. Right side to Maloney. Maloney for three. Air ball. And that will end the half. 28-14. The Hooker Lady Bulldogs have a comfortable lead in the championship game of the Garber Invitation. We're going to take a break and pay some bills, and we'll be back shortly.
Video and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the market for a new truck, what typically goes through your mind? Hi, it's John Johnson at Johnson's of Kingfisher. Is it make, the model, and from where? The Ram 1500s and 2500s are outstanding trucks, so it might just be the dealership you choose. At Johnson's of Kingfisher, our auto family has been providing Oklahoma families with quality trucks and great customer service for more than 90 years. Not many dealerships can say that. Come meet our family and take advantage of the great pricing on new Ram 1500s and 2500s during the Ram Power Days at Johnson's of Kingfisher.
Yes, sir. You simply can't beat the Ram 1500s and 2500s. Hi, it's Jeff Johnson here at Johnson's of Kingfisher. The 1500s and 2500s are Hemi-powered, designed for comfort and programmed with the latest technology. Start by first having a look at the new 1500s and 2500s featuring Ram Power Day pricing at johnsonsofkingfisher.com. Then come meet the kind of dealership found in a place like Kingfisher. From the showroom to our award-winning service department, find a friendly auto family right here at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Same name, same family since 1927.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Eubank Haney Law Firm is proud to be a fan of high school sports. Andrew Eubank and Caleb Haney believe that clients deserve better. At the end of the day, that's how they measure true success. Their experience, confidence, and integrity ensures that your case will be handled in a reasonable, efficient manner, regardless of the legal situation you are facing. Get out of line and come to Eubank Haney Law Firm in Enid, Fairview, and Laverne. Call 580-234-4334 when winning is everything.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off. With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village and South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Blazer Bling offers a huge selection of trendy and affordable styles, providing customers with the best shopping experiences since 2016. Stop by the store and check out the new fall items, located at 408 Main Street, Garber, Oklahoma. You can also shop our website at blazerbling.com or over on the app, available on Apple and Google. We offer fast and free shipping on all orders over $50. Blazer Bling, come and see us.
At Bellamy & Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
So welcome back to the girls' championship game of the Garber Invitational. And Hooker has a commanding 28-14 lead, led by the senior Holly Stalder with 17 points in the first half. And Will, if you can give us some coaching advice here, what are your thoughts on what each one of these two teams need to do to win this?
Man, I always love seeing what adjustments are made coming out in the third quarter. It's a key time of the game. A lot of coaches think and believe first 4 minutes of the third quarter oftentimes decides the game. Man, if I'm Hooker, I'm saying let's keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
But definitely some adjustments need to be made by Garber. Definitely the number one has to be we've got to do a better job containing Holly Stalder, number 11.
Yeah, finding Stalder in the zone.
A good start there offensively for the Lady Wolverines.
Layla Washington with the bucket early. First possession for Hooker. They took kind of an ill-advised shot on the right side by Cervantes, and Garber strikes first here in the second half. Pass inside to Swayze. Swayze right side to Maloney. Top of the key, Ortiz nails it. I'm telling you, Ortiz can hit those shots. We've seen her do it before.
Ah, man.
And
yep,
31-16.
Her first points of the game, and it brings that hustle and intensity, but also contributing on the offensive end.
Melissa Johnson right side to Washington. Buttram, nice cut by Washington. Good defense that time by Maloney. Maloney to Swayze, back to Maloney, and here comes Hooker in the front court. That time better job, but she had traveled. Swayze, top side, drives, nice move. And she was fouled by Washington. That was the right call. As if, though, I had to say Mark Martin made the right call.
Yeah, Layla didn't like it, though. And that's her third. So she's flirting with some foul trouble here, and that's not good for the Lady Wolverines.
The Swayze free throw off the back of the iron.
I had a conversation with Fletcher Reed just yesterday about what his philosophy was, with foul trouble. And Jamie Davis is about as aggressive as any coach I've ever seen.
She is.
When it comes to letting kids play through foul trouble. And
she does.
And sometimes I wish I had the intestinal fortitude when I was coaching to do some of that. But
I think they call that being fearless, Will.
Yeah, she's fearless in that regard for sure. And I was a big old chicken. You get two, you're done. In the first half.
Yeah.
Not with Jamie Davis.
He had to deal with, Fletcher had to deal with a lot of foul trouble yesterday.
He accused me of jinxing him because of that conversation. Then we had another conversation today.
I thought he did a really good job yesterday because, Newkirk is a much improved team, and Coach Huster does such a good job with them. And really things just weren't going Garber's way. They were in foul trouble, and they kind of held their ground, and then that second half they really took over that game defensively. They started causing all sorts of problems.
Key coaching moment, and I texted Coach this. Good pass.
Nice pass to Lowry for the easy basket.
Good pass by Camila Gay. High-low action.
I love it.
But told Fletcher I thought the call of the game was him switching to that 1-3-1 there in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And we're down 9, I believe, when he did. And the game was, I think, just a one-point game at the half.
Pass inside, and Howry fouls Cervantes.
It's just good to have those tools in your toolbox. Sometimes you got to change the momentum.
Yeah. No, that was good. I liked that. And it also helps when your tool is Solomon Bishop, who's at the top of the 1-3-1.
Hey,
he makes a little bit of a
He's pretty
difference.
good. And speaking of that, Dagan Vandiver just walked in the gym, and he was really good at that as well.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, Solomon.
I remember Dagan. Heck of a player.
Yes.
Right side, Ortiz, long. Alyssa Johnson hustling in between two towers. And Cervantes drives. Puts up the runner, no good. Rebound by Layla Washington.
Yes. Good board in traffic.
That was, and over the top of Stalder. Johnson up top, right side to Buttram. Buttram lobs inside to Gay.
Good pass
job.
Again. That time by Danielle Buttram on the lob pass over the top. They're fronting the post. There was no backside help, and a pinpoint pass by Danielle Buttram.
Garber hanging around here, 31-20. That was too easy. That's a foul. They didn't call it.
I like it.
Felt like she kind of
more of that, Tom and Mark.
I'm playing the Hooker side, and Will's playing the Garber side. We talked about it. The left side, Washington.
That would have been a big fourth foul.
Yeah,
no, that was on Camila.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been on Camila, not Washington.
So Johnson up top to Gay. Gay up top for three.
Big
Knocks
shot.
it down.
And we're right back in it, Wolverine fans.
Just like that, it's 31-23, 8-point lead, and now the pressure goes back over to Hooker side. I'm going to guess that get the ball to 11 is what I'm going to say. Run that play.
Yes, and if you're the Wolverine side, do not
make somebody else hurt you.
To be open.
Just overplay her is what I would do. Like, don't leave her.
And they've got to be communicating.
Yep.
See how she moved to the top
and nobody
there.
even noticed, yeah.
And so that backside bottom has to be telling Alyssa, she's coming. She's coming.
Yep.
And communication is such a undervalued part of the game.
Well, they must have known what they were doing because they forced a turnover, and
that's
now
big.
2 subs into the game. Fisher comes back into the game for Hooker, and so does number 12, Rodriguez. A little more pressure this time by Hooker.
Yep, go.
Layla going to pull up for 3, and she, just back rims it. That almost looked down.
It did look good.
So back into the front court, here comes Hooker with the ball. Stalled her right side to Ugarte. Ugarte long on the 3, but rebounded by Cervantes, and she knocks it out of bounds off of Vowry's foot, and the ball will go back to Hooker underneath.
A lot of length at the bottom of that 2-3 zone right now for Garber with Howry, Gay, and Washington.
Wow, that's a tough shot to guard.
Man. That is what you call a basketball player.
Yes.
A great shot.
So jump shot good this time by Stalder. She dribbles in and goes behind her back and pulls up and hits the jump shot. I think Bitra might be hurt. Butcher makes the layup. It looked like she got hit in the back of the head by Stalder, but no foul call.
A make-up call maybe, and maybe one missed on the other end. Even Steven.
So 33-25, and Hooker will have it with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. This game's been going by pretty efficiently, comparatively some of the other girls' games that we've had in this tournament so far. High post to Fisher, right side to Ugarte. Ugarte up top to Rodriguez. Ugarte pauses, goes high post to Fisher. Ball gets ripped away, and a jump ball, and it will go back to Garber. So Garber's not ready to go away, Coach.
No, but we got to 13, and here we are at 8. This is a big possession. You cut it to, 6 or 5 here, and all of a sudden maybe Hooker starts tightening up.
So Johnson into the front court. She breaks the whole entire press by herself and loses control of it, but gets it back. She's calling for a ball screen and is not going to get one. Pass inside to Washington. Washington travels, I think, first. Yes, she did. Good call.
And the Garber fans aren't going to like that. There was some contact that you can make the case that maybe that caused the walk, but I'm not so sure that's the case.
Yeah, and it was a really good job defensively by Stalder coming over, sliding down to help on the on the back side.
The help was there.
Yep, Cervantes high post, deep, rebound. Fisher goes back up with it, shoots it over the back of the rim, and Howry with the rebound, and that is going to be a jump ball. The ball will belong to Hooker.
Grace Howry, their senior, she brought the ball down and caused the jump ball. She really does an incredible job most of the time of keeping that ball high. She's one of the best I've seen at her ability to do that.
Yeah, with her height and length, I mean, you want to put that thing at your chin and start your pivot foot. And if you happen to knock somebody in the face with your elbow, that's kind of part of the game.
Yep.
So Ugarte on the baseline, get inside to Fisher, back
Washington.
to Cervantes. Left side, Rodriguez for 3, got it. Big 3 by Hooker to answer. 36-25 now with 1:36 to go in the third quarter. Layla Washington in the front court, and she gets cut off by Ugarte. And now they're doubled. Ball's kicked opposite Gay for 3. No, just off the rim. That would have been big if it would have went down for Garber.
Ugarte has some strength to her. Certainly more slight of build compared to some of the other players out on the floor. But she has some strength to be able to hold her ground against Washington there. Washington was wanting to turn that corner, and normally she can do that.
Yeah. Subs into the game. Stalder will come out. And so this is if you're Garber, a minute 19 to go. You want to try to capitalize while Stalder's on the bench. So Maloney and Swayze are back into the game for Hooker. Swayze makes a good move. Might have got fouled. Shot's no good. Howery with the rebound out to Gay, and Gay advances it to Alyssa Johnson. So 36-25, a minute to go in the third quarter of the girls' championship game at the Next Era Energy Garber Invitational. Inside to Gay. Gay gets quadruple teamed. Ball's loose on the floor. Good hustle by Alyssa Johnson, and it will belong to Garber.
Yep, saved the possession for us. Great hustle there by Alyssa.
Checking in the game for Garber is number 32, Tori Johnson. Buttram will get a rest.
And this is the, we just get bigger with Tori Johnson, about 6 foot tall.
Alyssa Johnson inbounds corner left side, just deep. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Swayze. Oh, I thought that was out on Swayze too. So 49 seconds. This is a smart move. I'd put Stalder in, but he didn't. So number 3 checks into the game, Gracie Hussey. So 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hooker will control and bring it into the front court. Garber's looking to kind of extend that zone a little bit.
Yeah, you see with that Johnson substitution, puts Layla Washington at the top of a 2-3.
They got lucky there. Ball should have been turned over.
Knock
Gay, top of the key, she just long. And rebound by Maloney. So 25 seconds to go. I'm going to guess one shot
that
is
would
what
have been big.
Coach Stalder will do with an 11-point lead, and he wants the horns down play. I like this one. Whatever it is, I don't know, but he threw the horns down, so I'm digging it.
In Big 12, you get a penalty for that,
yeah,
Adam.
You would.
That's why that conference doesn't exist anymore.
Swayze drives. OSU fans wouldn't appreciate that.
No,
Will,
my bad.
saying that.
My bad.
Left side, Maloney. And that will end as she misses a shot off the back of the iron. So going to the fourth quarter of the girls' championship game of the Garber Invitational, the Hooker Lady Bulldogs lead 36-25. We will be back after this.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Team up with Pioneer.
Well, welcome back to the Girls Championship edition of the Garber Invitational. A little different than normal as far as time slots go because Cashion played in the state championship football game today, and we have not mentioned that, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more, but they win again. Repeat.
Pretty amazing run that they've had there. Got to give credit to the head man, Lynn Shackelford. Golly, 3 straight trips to the finals, 2 championships. God,
and
it's hard to do.
They've been there a lot over the last decade. They have, I believe, 3 gold balls now and 2 gold balls and 3 silvers. So congratulations to them. And, Hooker is a familiar foe of Cashion's, and Hooker's had a great football team over the last couple of years, but unfortunately they've had to match up with Cashion in the second round, and that's a difficult task.
I saw a graphic the other day on Twitter, I believe it was, that talked about the most wins of the football program in the state of Oklahoma in the last 10 years, and Cashion was at the top.
Yeah, they were. It's pretty impressive, the run they've been on. And a lot of people will say, well, they're a small school, but a lot of people don't understand that Class A is probably one of the tougher classes to win. In fact, they've proven that by being the only team since 1952 to go 3 straight times. And I haven't seen the stat yet on back-to-back state champions, but it's been a really long time since there's been back-to-back state champions. So a lot of parity in that class.
It's hard to win one.
It is. You've no
matter if you're the best team or not.
Yep.
And to win at the level they have is certainly impressive.
It is. So back to the girls' action. Swayze, nice shot there. And 38-25, Hooker takes a 13-point lead with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Hooker looks like they're going to pick up full court kind of again. So Alyssa Johnson at the front court. It's pretty amazing what they've been able to do. I mean, Stalder scored, 19 or 20 points, and really she hasn't. She's played a lot of minutes, but she could probably play more. Gay inside. and she's fouled by Fisher.
A good post-entry pass there, that time by Alyssa Johnston. Really doing a good job of finding our posts when the backside help defense is not there.
But no doubt, Twyla Gay puts it off the back of the iron deep.
You know, the thing is we're down 13 here. You know, we haven't shot the ball real well.
No.
From the perimeter. We've missed free throws. I mean,
there's another.
Yes, and you know, all of a sudden those start falling, you can get right back in the game. It's not too late, but it's getting to that point where it needs to start happening now.
Stalder has checked back into the game, and she's out on the wing this side. Maloney in the corner, back to Stalder. Stalder has Wilkerson all over her. Pass inside to Cervantes. Ball back, rotate, top of the key. There's your girl, Alenda Ortiz. Just long, but rebounds put down by Tori Johnson, and Cervantes ties her up, and it will go towards Garber. I tell you what, the one violation that is called more than anything in girls basketball is a jump ball. It is incredible how many times those are called throughout the games.
You're exactly right, it is. And I think that was a good rule change way back in the day. How long will the games be if we were jumping it up every time?
Oh,
my gosh.
I think they should let them fight for it a little longer. Make things interesting, right?
Oh, it'd be ugly.
So Wilkerson has checked back into the game, the freshman for Garber. It's good to see her getting minutes. Obviously, that's another situation. We've mentioned Ashlyn Light not playing in this game, but it gives opportunities to kids like Wilkerson. Left side Johnson for three, just off the front of the iron, and Hooker comes away with it. Stalder the other way, up to Cervantes on the left side. Cervantes almost changed pivot feet. She picks her dribble up inside to Swayze. Swayze did travel.
Call it. Yes.
Good defense that time by Gay.
It was. What's number 21?
Swayze.
Swayze. Good defense there. She's kind of caught off guard there by Kamila's presence.
Every time I hear the name Swayze, all I can think about is the movie Roadhouse.
Fact. Yes. It's probably.
Am I dating myself?
Probably a gender deal there. Like if you're a female, you're thinking Dirty
Ghost
Dancing.
Or Dirty Dancing, yeah. He wasn't in. Was he in Ghost too?
Dirty Dancing. He was in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was.
I think he was in Ghost, but that's been a long time.
Yeah, it was Demi Moore.
Demi
right?
Moore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the bucket on the other end for Garber, 11-point lead, as all the fans are probably appreciative of our motion picture history that we've run through.
Do they even make movies anymore? I don't even know.
Not really. Just put them out on Netflix, I think, or HBO Max.
Yeah.
It's pretty accommodating, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of done a disservice to the movie industry for sure. If you ever want to get you a bag of popcorn, a big old pickle, and a Dr. Pepper or whatever your drink of choice is.
Yeah.
Stalder, top of the key, step back three, and that is money.
Man. She's pretty good, Adam.
She just put her pistol in her holster.
I kind of understand. Did she really?
Yeah, she
That's
did.
Impressive. I like her even more. I understand now why you said what you said earlier in the game. Yeah.
Sometimes
Lady Rangers need a little help.
They do. Yes, they do.
Got some Garber Lady Wolverine flavor up there, though.
We do.
With Andy Pierce.
Yep.
Playing her final season of college basketball.
She is, and unfortunately Andy is out currently with COVID protocol, so she'll be missing through the holidays, but she'll be back after the holidays. Alyssa back the other way, full court. She's got an easy layup and knocks it down. So 41-29, and Stalder doesn't seem to be too concerned. What I mean by that is Holly. She's letting everybody know to chill out and advances into the front court, and Gay reaches in for a foul. Which really, I mean, if you're Garber with 4:25 to go, you might want to get a little more aggressive, and only two, or I guess they have 16 fouls. I'm sorry, I was looking the opposite way. Pass into Stalder.
Certainly don't want to foul Stalder.
Nope.
There we go. We'll take that.
A little rush there.
Right here, down 12, half a quarter left, basically. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. We need some of those shots that we've been missing to find the bottom of the net. It's that time if we're going to make a run to get back into this game.
So Agarte checks into the game, and obviously with this lineup, they're looking to put a little more pressure on the Lady Wolverines.
Yeah, I really like what they're doing with Ortiz, trying to take Alyssa out of that primary ball handling role. Nice shot there. by Layla Washington.
Layla Washington again, very impressive in this game. That's her 10th point, so she's a First Lady Wolverine. And
little 2-2-1 half-court action. A little shift in the defense from Jamie Davis. Extending it out a little bit.
Stalder will control.
Back into the 2-3 now.
Inside to Megan Maloney. Back to Maloney. Maloney up top to Agarte. Now this is going in. No.
Pull.
Was wrong. Timeout by Mr. Stalder. Coach Stalder with the timeout. He wants a 30-second. We'll take 30-second with them and pay some bills. We'll be back shortly.
iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like Video on Demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
The thing with
So fourth quarter action. It will be Hooker's ball underneath with a 10-point lead in 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We need to give a special shout out to the Garber Wolverine.tv high school streaming crew that has helped us throughout the week. They have been calling all these games. And
right now we got McKenna Wagner and Boston Book out assisting us.
I figured you would know their names. McKenna has been producing the last couple days, and she may have a job with Squirtle in the future. She doesn't know that yet, but when she graduates and goes to college, she may get a phone call from me. So
she's a good hand.
As long as she picks the right college. So ball off the leg out of bounds. It'll be Hooker's ball underneath. Actually, I'll be honest with you. We've got kids all over the state of Oklahoma that help us in our network. And
really pretty impressive. We were one of the first 4 schools to be a Squirtle school. And how many are we up to now?
So 71 with Wewoka.
Amazing. Amazing to see the growth. The #1 streaming platform in the state of Oklahoma.
And I would venture to say Garber #1 Squirtle school. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah, I appreciate the acknowledgement there. Some people like.
There's a lot that vow for it, but
yeah, I think some people down to the south at Cashion want to think that, but there's just no way.
So Swayze gets fouled, and she goes up to the free throw line and knocks her free throw down. So that will be Swayze's 7th point. And the lead extends 42-31 with 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Second free throw up and off the back of the iron. And we will have another jump ball, and it will belong to Hooker. So Hooker's ball underneath.
Jump ball called on the floor. Possession will stay with Hooker.
Kind of getting to that point in the game, Adam, where you just basically got to get a stop almost every time.
Yep.
And then be really efficient offensively.
And I like I was getting ready to say how patient that Hooker was being, and then almost watched Ortiz throw the ball away to the high post. But I like this here. You know, if you're Coach Stalder, and you've got
a good job with
11-point lead, you want to try to burn a little bit of clock. And nice look down low to Swayze. She's just off the back of the iron, and a jump ball by Washington and Swayze, and it will go back to Garber.
Yep. Garber has 2 opponents right now, and that is the Lady Bulldogs as well as the clock.
Yes, they do. So Washington into the front court. I like the idea of having her bring it up because Ugarte will not pick her up extended. Hand off to Alyssa Johnson at the top of the key. Alyssa drives left side. She's being guarded closely
about to get a
by
5 seconds
Ortiz.
call. Ooh, that was close.
Gay with the lob inside.
Woo!
Good defense there by Stalder. She came over to help. Oh my goodness, she just put it through her leg on the move. That's kick out to Ortiz, left side for 3. No. Rebound, Alyssa Johnson.
And I don't know that Coach Stalder loved that shot.
I don't think so either. Layla Washington up the court. Nice look. Howry. And she finishes.
Big bucket there for the Lady Wolverines.
42-33, 1:55. It might be too little too late for Garber, but I love the
really need to extend here.
I love the effort, though, by the Lady Wolverines. They have not given up this whole game, considering they have not shot the ball very well, and they've stayed in it. Just look to see Hooker pull the ball out. Ugarte up top, left side to Ortiz. So now Garber's going to come out a little bit and pressure the ball. And looks like they're trying to foul, and they will call a foul on Buttram. So Ortiz will go to the free throw line for Hooker, because that will be a 1-and-1. Ortiz, first free throw up and good.
She's just steady.
She is.
Doesn't make any mistakes offensively. Good shooter, great
Good defender.
Yes. I have a miniature pit bull out there.
She is. That's a great way to explain her.
Yes.
Both free throws good, 44-33. She's got a great attacking style on the defensive end.
She does.
Alyssa Johnson drives, one-legged floater, knocks it down. A good bucket there by Alyssa Johnson, and Johnson now into double figures. 44-35 at the minute 15. Stalder up top. Fans are wanting more pressure on the ball, but that may just result in Stalder shooting a layup. So Alyssa out to defend Stalder. Stalder drives, kicks to Agarte. Agarte looks, passes short corner to Swayze. Now they'll be able to trap. Swayze dribbles it off her foot.
There's not a lot of 9-point basketball plays out there, Adam, and it's a balancing act that coaches have to play at the end of games. Do we want to foul? Do we want to make this a 15-point game, or do we want to keep it where it is? And rankings are a factor in how coaches think.
Nice play there by Washington. Howry inside, knocks it home. So 44-37, Garber making a little bit of a run, and Coach Davis trying to get him to come and pick up. That's who you don't want to foul is her.
Yeah, that's probably going to result in 2 points.
So Chloe Wilkerson checks in the game, and she's obviously checking in so they can obviously get the tempo going and also pressure on defense on a made shot. So Stalder to the free throw line. She's got 22, which, Garber has done a better job on her in the second half. She only has 5 points, and that will be her 6th point. It's pretty crazy to say they're doing a good job of holding her to 23, but she is a dynamic scorer.
She is, and honestly, I think later in the year, Coach Stalder will have a slightly different rotation.
She had 28 yesterday, so she hits both.
He's been very giving with the playing time.
Yeah, which is smart early in the year because you got to get these girls time, There's going to come a time you find people that can match up with Holly, as far as at least being able to somewhat contain her, and so you got to get other people experience. So
he's done a good job.
He's done a great job. So a foul left side by Wilkerson, and Ortiz will go to the free throw line. And we're going to be able to probably say safely congratulations to the Hooker Lady Bulldogs on, is this the repeat not state championship, but Garber Invitational State Championship. So
it is.
It's a day of back-to-backs. We start with Cashin, back-to-back state champions, and we have the Hooker Lady Bulldogs back-to-back.
We just we wanted to end that streak here today with the girls, but the streak is still alive with the Hooker Bulldogs. They also won our tournament last year, and hopefully
so they'll have the opportunity for
Wolverines can put a stop to this madness.
So Ortiz hits both free throws, 48-37, and there's a foul this time by Stalder. It was kind of a silly foul on Stalder's part, and Layla Washington will go to the free throw line. I'm really anxious to see Garber after Christmas. Ashlyn Light, you put her into the mix. And Ashlyn is a college basketball player, so she's going to play at the next level. She is probably, in the last 3 or 4 years that I've called a lot of basketball, probably plays as hard as any kid that I've seen her.
Really
and say another kid that plays hard is the Lamb kid from Cashin.
Yes.
And Hooker will dribble this one out, and they will be victorious, 48-38. So congratulations to the Hooker Lady Bulldogs, and we'll keep it here and watch them accept their championship trophy. So, Coach Jones, what are your kind of final thoughts on the game, and tell me what you think.
I think that this is a team, even without Ashlyn, that would like to have another shot at Hooker. Hooker was a better team today, but, we just didn't quite shoot it well. And I thought their pressure did give us some problems. I think later in the year, just as all of Jamie Davis's coach teams, we're going to get better at handling situations like that or defenses like that. But that's definitely a team that I think later in the year, as our team is constructed right now today, could maybe slip up and beat Hooker later in the year. With Ashlyn Light, no doubt about it, down the road. But, hey, it's awesome to have Hooker in this tournament. They're first-class school,
Definitely.
first-class coaches, and really a first-class basketball team that'll probably go deep into the playoffs and make another run to the state tournament.
Well, I would second everything you just said, and congratulations as you see Hooker win and hoist up the championship trophy. We are going to be finishing this broadcast, but guess what? We will have matchup number 2 of Hooker and Garber and the boys action that will be coming up shortly, so we'll see you shortly.